Hey everyone, welcome. You know, in a world that's just packed with talented, hardworking people, what's the one thing that can really make you stand out to an employer? It's not about working longer, it's about working smarter. Today we're going to dive into the one single crucial skill that can take you from just being competent to being absolutely indispensable. So what is it?
So just think about this for a second. When pretty much everyone has the right qualifications, everyone's got a solid work ethic, what's the real game changer? What's that skill that makes a manager look at you and say, yep, that's the person I need on my team? It might not be what you think.
And there it is. Our source material spells it out for us. The real key? It's decision-making and problem-solving. And listen, this isn't just some soft skill or a nice-to-have bullet point you throw on your resume. No, this is a core competency that employers are actively looking for. It is officially high in demand.
Okay, so we know it's in demand, but how does it set you apart? I mean, what does that really look like? Well, it's all about moving beyond just getting tasks done. This right here, this is your key to genuine distinction at work. This slide really lays it all out, doesn't it? On the left, you've got the standard approach. It's reactive, you get a task, you follow the steps, you get it done. And that's good, it's reliable. But look over to the right. The distinguished approach is proactive. You're not waiting for a problem to be handed to you. You're out there identifying complex issues, sometimes before anyone else even sees them, and then you have the drive to develop and roll out entirely new solutions. It's the difference between just keeping the wheels turning and actually steering the car.
All right, so how do we get more proactive? The good news is, it's not just some personality trait you're born with. It's a process. It's a skill you can learn and master. And here it is, a clear, actionable blueprint for making truly effective decisions.
Let's just walk through this framework. Step 1, identify complex issues. This means you gotta look past the obvious symptoms to find out what's really going on at the root. Step 2 is to review related information, right? You can't make a good call in a vacuum. You need data, you need context, you need to hear different points of view. Step 3 is where creativity meets logic. Develop and evaluate options. You brainstorm all the possibilities, and then you start weighing the pros and cons of each one. And finally, step 4, implement solutions. Because let's be honest, a decision without action is just a meeting that could have been an email. That's the whole process.
But here's the thing. A lot of people can follow a 4-step process. To really truly elevate your game, you need a secret ingredient, a kind of multiplier that makes every single one of those steps more powerful. And that is the critical thinking edge.
So what is critical thinking, at least in this context? It's actually beautifully simple. It's the ability to rationalize a decision. It's not just about picking an option, it's about being able to explain why it's the best option. It's about building a solid, logical case for your choice, one that you can defend, explain, and get others excited about.
And this just says it all. The source doesn't say this might help or is a pretty good idea. It states, flat out, that using critical thinking to rationalize your choices will set an individual apart. That's not a suggestion, you guys. That's a promise. That is your guarantee of distinction.
Okay, so we've covered the framework and we found the secret ingredient that makes it all work. Let's put it all together now into one big strategy. This is your path to standing out.
So here's the bottom line. That 4-step framework, that's your roadmap. But critical thinking, that's the engine that actually drives you down the road. It's what turns a simple checklist into a super powerful tool. It's about applying that why, that rationalization at every single stage to make sure your final decision isn't just a choice, but the right choice.
And that brings us to one final thought, a question just for you. Take a good look at this process. Where's your biggest opportunity to grow? Is it really digging deep to identify the true issue? Or maybe being more thorough when you're reviewing information? Or is it about getting more creative with your options? Or maybe just strengthening the logic behind your final choice? Whatever your answer is, that's the first step on your own path to distinction.